Hi everyone, back with the T-Wing Turbo Force. This video is all about responding to the comments. Of course, as we all know, this is part 3. Some of the comments are very nice and I appreciate it. And some of the comments are quite, we're going to start off with, some of the comments are quite long, as you can see. The DJI motor, so basically it's an Avinox motor now, but really wins in the software display department. I've seen several people who have tried, say the DJI motor feels like a full-on, full-off experience, while the Bosch Performance CX responds better to your pedal strokes. As you can see, the screen size physically is no bigger than the new Bosch 400C or the TQ screen. It does have the swipe feature, which is quite useful actually, and I do like this, and I do think that this is ideal for ditching the app, so you don't have to have an app to change any settings on this. The DJI motor feels like full on or full off. So we've got trail, we've set it to 613, so max and min. Eco mode feels very similar to other eco modes. In the 6 to 13 min-max mode, you can push quite hard and it will go, but it is a bit on and off. So I see what people mean, and this is what I mean, like, it doesn't have the same push. Cadence, 2 or 3 pedal strokes of speedy cadence though. Which gear? We've got too many buttons. If I upshift as well, make it stronger and harder, it sort of responds, but it depends on how you cycle really. As soon as I speed my pedals up, it picks up power. So if I can see it here, right, there's a lot of power here. That's very nice, but it is a bit on and off. Yes, it is. It's been the thing that's been causing all of the controversy and people calling me a hater for hating on DJI. So the key to this is the more you push, the more power. The later seems more ideal. Bosch motor is more refined in that aspect. So here's another comment. Second comment. Other riders were having difficulties with grip during technical climbs. I blew past them. Traction control on the Avinox works wonders. Assisted start, we want the fastest. We want continued assist, we want the fastest. And we've got quick start on. Ooh, it's a dead spot to start. The Bosch is quicker to start. We know that, we saw that in video number 2. Okay. Ooh, traction is good. But, right, here's a little techie bit. Let's stop here. You know, it doesn't feel any different to the Bosch really. It doesn't feel any worse, it doesn't feel any better. It feels about the same. And I think that's what people are struggling to accept. I mean, it slips about the same amount. Oh, it slipped again now. And there, and there. It does it slips about the same as the Bosch does. Yeah, slipped again, slips, oh, still neat. It doesn't have extended boost, which, if you look here, what happened, I tried to kick down and to get over that, and I couldn't, and I got jammed up on the pedal. Doesn't have extended boost, which is also part of the whole traction control thing. There is obviously an algorithm taking place measuring the wheel movement with respect to the motor movement and the gear shifting movement and the pedal inputs. That is happening, but that happens with all motors. Hi Alex, great review. I have an Amflow. I have covered about 3,000 kilometers on it and think it's a fantastic bike. So the Amflow is another variant of this, not this bike. I totally agree with what you say about the motor being cadence based in stock settings, which I was not a fan of when I first got it. Yeah, interesting. That's what I exactly felt when I rode it for the first time. As Rob Ride says, you need to turn the assist way down and it will feel a lot less overpowering. Okay, so let's do a Rob Ride setting right now. First of all, we've got the quick start on. That's on. Now we go into trail mode. We go to range, we put 6 and then we put 7. There we go. Confirm. Max power 750. He even suggested turn it down to 400, so okay. Torque is 105, overrun longest. I want those features because that's pretty normal. I'm going to tell you what I think about it. It still doesn't improve the cadence, the response of the motor. The motor's still dead. The bike does feel, it's smooth, definitely smoother. It doesn't give you that blast out the gate. It gives you a bit more resistance, but it still lacks that push that you get off the pedal and the connection with the, so here we go, I pedal and the bike's like sluggish to start, shift. But if I just now take my feet pressure off the pedals and up I go, Oh, I put my foot pressure on the pedals. The speed of the bike doesn't really change. Knows what it's going to go at for that slope, and it kind of does it according to what you set the computer to. So, does the Rob Ride setting work? Well, no, not really. Doesn't get me feeling like I'm riding a Bosch with a pedal response. Definitely means you have to push harder. I've limited it to 400 watts, which you said. Yeah, so let's put it back at 750 and try again. Right, 750, 6.7 still. Doesn't really change much. It feels like you've artificially limited yourself because you pedal harder and it doesn't respond. Because the cadence increases and the motor responds to that. Finally, the best MTB brakes in the world are on YouTube. They're talking about these, the VTEC 4s. You've got loads of lever adjust and feel here, and they look good, they feel nice. The lever feels pretty good as well. The main thing is that on this bike, these brakes, you have to use them quite a lot because you have to keep braking uphill, especially if you're in turbo mode. So yeah, good brakes, I like them. You don't think about them. If the brakes are good, basically you don't think about them. And these brakes, you don't think about them. So they are good brakes. I would love for you to set the max to support 400% and max power to 750 watts. Basically have a level playing field for the Bosch for an eye-to-eye comparison. Right, we did that. Go and check out the second video in this series. We compared them direct back to back, and I had the trail mode set to the same settings as the Bosch. Now let's get into some more spicy comment. What is wrong with you? You are the only one hating on it. If you want to use more people power, adjust the power down. If that's not enough for you, try using a higher gear and no overrun. People have kind of missed the point on this. It's not about hating on the bike. I don't hate on it. I don't hate on the motor. I don't hate on the system. What I'm talking about is I'm here to analyze it and see how it functions compared to other motors on the market. And in my experience, this system doesn't have the same responsive and natural feel with leg control as the Bosch or the Shimano or even the Yamaha. Very digital experience. You just tell it what you want it to do on the computer and the bike will do what you ask the computer to do. Legs make not much difference, just keep spinning the same and the bike goes the same. This system is more about program it the way you want it to respond, and the motor will literally kind of switch on to that sort of setting and just sort of stay fairly linearly in that range. It won't change much. The cadence speed, so that's the speed you're rotating the pedals, is having more of an effect than the Bosch, and there's no amount of settings can change that. Alex, you really don't like the Avinox, right? How about you rant another 6 to 8 videos about how pathetic the Avinox motor system is? It's not pathetic, it's actually a lot of fun. Right, I am going in 120 Newton meter mode, turbo mode, absolutely. Wow. It is really another sport. This is where trails like this are not really suitable. See if we can feel the motor derate at all. Oh my God, it's uncontrollable. Too fast. Still getting boost mode still in there. Starting without shifting, whoa, off we go again. But you've got to get the pedals moving, even in boost. Ooh. Yeah, it's fun. Oh, it's gonna switch off. Right, there, dead. Give me power. Let's try and hit boost again. Here we go again. What? Smack the pedals. This is a motorbike, this sensation here. Who is this guy? Like, is he just making a living hating a motor system that he doesn't like? But I like it. I don't know what you're talking about. He is literally saying that everyone on YouTube has been paid off to say they love the Avinox system and they don't really like it. You're implying that the other YouTubers are lying to their viewers and that I take issue with that. The other YouTubers haven't done this. They haven't sat there step by step, ride a bit, change setting, ride a bit, change setting. They haven't done it. They haven't done it back to back with other motors like this. They've done range tests. They've done, I'm not quite sure what's wrong. If they're scared, to say the truth because they're worried about some commercial deal. They just don't know. They're just not experienced. The two motors next to each other, they have no idea. Or they're just, I don't know, there's something else going on. I have no idea. It shouldn't take me 6 months later, after the motors are all been out on the market and everyone's been riding them, or even longer than that, 11 months later, to be the one to say, hey, it doesn't actually work the way everyone's been saying. Look, and I show you. That means something was missing. There was content missing on the internet all about this. And I'm filling in the holes that's missing. And if that tends to basically undermine all the opinions of everybody else, well then so be it. Apparently I can't get over a wet hill, so here's a wet hill. Let's go over this wet hill. I'm going pretty quick. Oh, that's wet, that's definitely wet. There it is. I can't get up a wet hill, I'm useless. This is steep, it requires a lot of control. I'm in turbo mode, so I'm having fun, but at the same time, I gotta be careful, so I need to control it. Whoa. There you go, I made it up the wet hill. Right, last comment. I think this is pretty much the one that makes me laugh the most. Alex, you're going to have the Chinese mafia after you. Are there DJI drones circling your home yet? Don't see any drones here, but yeah, the reality that I do by taking a couple of products from different brands and testing them back to back in the same moment, people seem to be getting upset about that. That's because a lot of people, in my opinion, are looking for confirmation bias. I don't do that. I've been testing so many bikes. I ride about 30 or 40 bikes, maybe 50 a year. Transparency is key. The more transparent you are about your product, about what it's meant for, about who will get the most out of it, the more likely you are to sell it with confidence to the end consumer. And the end consumer will appreciate that in a more transparent way. I've noticed that in the comments section there's a lot of bot-like and sort of weird type comments being written, and they're not obviously real people writing. So yes, for sure, I've hit a nerve. Why other YouTubers haven't done this, I don't know. Maybe they're scared, maybe they've got some commercial agreements, I have no idea. If you gave me this bike today, I'd quite happily ride it for a few years and be quite happy with it. But if I have a choice, I will choose something else. But that's my choice, and I always encourage every single person to take a bike, go for a ride on it, see if they like it. If they like it, fine, buy it. If they don't like it, try something else. Hopefully this video has been interesting. If you've got any more comments, I think this is the last one in the series for a while. I'll eventually put up a bike test on the T-Wing. And yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave your comments below, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.